If you're over 60 and taking prescription medications regularly, there's a chance one of them is quietly stealing your memories, and your doctor may not have warned you about it. I'm going to reveal the medication class that Japanese neurologists are calling a silent memory thief, backed by over 40 studies spanning 15 years, because without this knowledge, you could lose precious memories of your grandchildren, forget important appointments, and watch your independence slip away while thinking it's just normal aging. Most seniors trust their doctors completely. They take their pills every morning without question. But what if I told you that the medication sitting in your cabinet right now, the one prescribed to help you sleep better or calm your anxiety, could be erasing your memory faster than aging itself? And here's what makes this even more alarming. A groundbreaking study from Tsukuba University in Japan tracked over 8,000 seniors for 12 years and discovered something shocking. Those taking this specific class of medication had a 43% higher risk of developing dementia compared to those who never took it. That's not a small number. That's nearly half of all users potentially headed towards serious cognitive decline. In this video, we're going to expose exactly which medication this is, why it's so dangerous after 60, what it does to your brain chemistry, and most importantly, what you can do about it if you're taking it right now. Stick around, because toward the end, I'll share the 5 natural alternatives that Japanese doctors are using instead, alternatives that actually improve sleep and anxiety without touching your memory. And everything you're about to hear comes directly from published medical research, not opinions or guesses. Before we go any further, drop a comment below and tell us, are you currently taking any medication for sleep or anxiety? Just a simple yes or no. We read every single comment, and your answer helps us create content that truly serves you. Now let's begin with the truth that pharmaceutical companies don't want seniors to know, the hidden danger. The medication class we're talking about is called benzodiazepines. You might not recognize that name, but you've definitely heard the brand names: Xanax, Valium, Ativan, Klonopin, Restoril, and dozens of others. These drugs are prescribed millions of times every year to seniors struggling with anxiety, insomnia, muscle tension, or even restless leg syndrome. Doctors hand them out like candy because they work fast. Within 30 minutes you feel calm. Within an hour you're asleep. But here's what they don't tell you. Every single dose is quietly damaging your brain's ability to form and retrieve memories. How does this happen? Benzodiazepines work by enhancing a neurotransmitter in your brain called GABA. GABA is your brain's natural calming chemical. It slows down nerve activity, reduces anxiety, and helps you relax. Sounds good so far, right? But here's the problem. When you artificially flood your brain with extra GABA activity through these medications, you're not just calming your nerves. You're also shutting down the exact brain regions responsible for memory formation, especially the hippocampus. This is the part of your brain that takes short-term experiences and converts them into long-term memories. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease examined brain scans of seniors who had been taking benzodiazepines for more than 6 months. The results were chilling. Their hippocampus had physically shrunk by an average of 8% compared to non-users. 8% might not sound like much, but in brain terms, that's massive. That's the difference between remembering your grandson's birthday party and staring at photos the next week wondering when it happened. But the damage doesn't stop there. Another study from Kyoto University found that long-term benzodiazepine use disrupts something called REM sleep. Most people think these drugs help you sleep better, and technically they do knock you out. But they don't give you quality sleep. REM sleep is the phase where your brain processes emotions, consolidates memories, and clears out toxins. When benzodiazepines suppress REM sleep night after night, your brain never gets the chance to file away what you learned that day. It's like having a filing cabinet where papers keep piling up but never get organized. Eventually, everything becomes chaos. Now, let me pause right here, because if this message is making sense to you, if you are nodding along and thinking, why has no one told me this before, then please do something for yourself right now. Click the subscribe button so you never miss an update on simple, powerful truths like this one. And if you are feeling inspired or hopeful, leave a 1 in the comments. That is it. Just the word 1. It lets me know you are listening and that this message has reached someone who needs it. And if you have already learned something new today, give this video a gentle thumbs up. It helps us share this message with more seniors who deserve to know the truth about their bodies. All right, let us go even deeper. Why doctors keep prescribing them? You might be wondering, if these medications are so dangerous, why do doctors keep prescribing them? The answer is complicated, but it comes down to 3 main reasons. First, they work immediately. When a senior comes into the office complaining of severe anxiety or insomnia, benzodiazepines provide instant relief. Most doctors are trained to treat symptoms quickly, not to wait weeks for lifestyle changes or therapy to kick in. It's faster to write a prescription than to spend 30 minutes discussing sleep hygiene, stress management, or cognitive behavioral therapy. Second, many doctors simply aren't aware of the long-term cognitive risks, especially in older patients. Medical school teaches pharmacology, but it doesn't always emphasize how aging changes drug metabolism. After 60, your liver and kidneys don't process medications as efficiently. That means benzodiazepines stay in your system much longer, building up to toxic levels, even at standard doses. A dose that's safe for a 40-year-old can be dangerous for a 70-year-old. Third, stopping these medications is extremely difficult. Benzodiazepines are notoriously addictive, both physically and psychologically. Seniors who try to quit often experience severe withdrawal symptoms, rebound anxiety, insomnia, tremors, and even seizures. So doctors keep refilling the prescription because they don't know how to safely taper patients off, and patients keep taking them because they're terrified of what will happen if they stop. But here's what Japanese doctors have discovered. There's a way to break free from this cycle safely, and we'll get to that in just a moment. The domino effect on your brain. Memory loss isn't the only problem. Once benzodiazepines start interfering with your brain chemistry, a domino effect begins. Let me explain. When your hippocampus shrinks and your REM sleep gets disrupted, your brain struggles to clear out a toxic protein called beta amyloid. This protein naturally builds up in everyone's brain throughout the day, but during deep sleep, your brain's glymphatic system flushes it out like a nighttime cleaning crew. When benzodiazepines block proper sleep cycles, beta amyloid starts accumulating faster than it can be removed. And guess what beta amyloid is? It's the same plaque found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. A landmark study from Bordeaux University in France followed over 3,000 seniors for 15 years. Those who used benzodiazepines for more than 3 months had a 51% increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. 51%. That's more than half. And the risk kept climbing the longer they took the medication. But it gets worse. Benzodiazepines also affect your balance and coordination. They slow down your reflexes and impair your spatial awareness. For seniors, this means a dramatically higher risk of falls, and we all know what a fall can mean after 60. A broken hip, a fractured wrist, loss of independence, or even a cascade of health problems that lead to nursing home placement. One study found that seniors taking benzodiazepines were twice as likely to experience a serious fall compared to non-users. Then there's the emotional toll. Many seniors on these medications report feeling emotionally numb, disconnected from their families, or like they're living in a fog. That's because benzodiazepines don't just calm anxiety, they flatten all emotions. Joy, excitement, love, they all get muted. And when you can't feel the full range of human emotion, life stops feeling worth living. Real stories from real seniors. Let me share 2 stories that illustrate just how devastating this can be. Margaret, a 72-year-old grandmother from Osaka, was prescribed Ativan for anxiety after her husband passed away. At first, it helped. She felt calmer, less overwhelmed. But after 6 months, her daughter noticed something strange. Margaret kept forgetting conversations they'd had just days earlier. She'd ask the same questions repeatedly. She'd forget she'd already taken her medication and take it again. When her daughter confronted the doctor, He dismissed it as normal aging. But Margaret's daughter did her own research and discovered the connection between benzodiazepines and memory loss. With her doctor's reluctant approval, they slowly tapered Margaret off the medication over 3 months. Within 6 weeks of being completely off it, Margaret's memory started improving. She could recall conversations again. The fog lifted. She wasn't back to 100%, but the decline stopped. Then there's Robert, an 80-year-old man from Nagoya who wasn't so lucky. He'd been taking Valium for insomnia for over 10 years. His family didn't think anything of it because his doctor kept refilling it. But gradually, Robert's personality changed. He became withdrawn, confused, and paranoid. He accused his wife of stealing things he'd simply misplaced. He got lost, driving to places he'd been going to for decades. By the time his family realized something was seriously wrong, Robert had developed severe dementia. The neurologist confirmed that long-term benzodiazepine use had likely accelerated his cognitive decline. Robert spent his final 3 years in a memory care facility, unable to recognize his own children. These aren't rare cases. They're happening every single day to seniors who trusted their doctors and had no idea what these medications were doing to their brains. What you can do right now: if you're currently taking a benzodiazepine, please don't panic and absolutely do not stop taking it cold turkey. Suddenly quitting these medications can be dangerous, even life-threatening. Instead, here's what you need to do. First, schedule an appointment with your doctor specifically to discuss tapering off your benzodiazepine. Be direct. Tell them you've learned about the cognitive risks and want to explore safer alternatives. If your doctor dismisses your concerns or refuses to help you taper, it may be time to find a new doctor who takes medication safety seriously. Second, ask about a slow tapering schedule. Japanese geriatric specialists recommend reducing your dose by no more than 10% every 2 weeks. This gives your brain time to adjust and minimizes withdrawal symptoms. The entire process might take 6 months or longer, but it's worth it to protect your memory and independence. Third, work with a therapist trained in cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, also called CBTI. Multiple studies have shown that CBTI is just as effective as benzodiazepines for treating chronic insomnia, but without any of the side effects. It teaches you how to retrain your brain and body to sleep naturally. 5 natural alternatives Japanese doctors recommend. Now, let's talk about what you can use instead. These are the 5 natural approaches that Japanese doctors are increasingly recommending to their senior patients, and all of them are backed by solid research. Number 1. Magnesium glycinate. This is a highly absorbable form of magnesium that naturally calms your nervous system without affecting your memory. Magnesium helps regulate GABA, the same neurotransmitter that benzodiazepines target, but it does so gently and naturally. A study from the University of Tokyo found that seniors who took 300 milligrams of magnesium glycinate before bed fell asleep faster and experienced deeper, more restorative sleep compared to placebo. Unlike benzodiazepines, magnesium actually supports memory formation and protects your hippocampus from shrinking. Number 2. L-theanine. This amino acid, found naturally in green tea, promotes relaxation without sedation. It increases alpha brainwaves, which are associated with calm alertness. Japanese researchers discovered that seniors taking 200 milligrams of L-theanine daily experienced a 32% reduction in anxiety symptoms without any cognitive side effects. In fact, L-theanine may actually improve focus and mental clarity while reducing stress. Number 3. Passion flower extract. This herbal remedy has been used for centuries to treat anxiety and insomnia. Modern research confirms it works by gently increasing GABA levels without the dangerous side effects of pharmaceutical drugs. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacy found that passion flower extract was just as effective as low-dose benzodiazepines for treating generalized anxiety disorder, but participants reported 0 memory problems and no withdrawal symptoms when they stopped taking it. Number 4. Valerian root. Don't confuse this with Valium, the benzodiazepine. Valerian root is a natural herb that has been shown to improve sleep quality and reduce nighttime awakenings in older adults. A Japanese study found that seniors taking valerian root extract fell asleep an average of 15 minutes faster and slept an hour longer per night compared to baseline. The best part, their REM sleep remained completely normal, meaning their brains could still process memories and clear out toxins. Number 5. Sleep hygiene and light therapy. This isn't a pill, but it might be the most powerful intervention of all. Japanese sleep clinics emphasize strict sleep hygiene, keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, avoiding screens for 2 hours before bed, and using bright light therapy in the morning to reset your circadian rhythm. A landmark study from Hiroshima University found that seniors who followed these protocols for just 4 weeks experienced a 47% improvement in sleep quality without taking any medication at all. The bottom line: here's what you need to remember. Benzodiazepines might calm your anxiety or help you fall asleep tonight, but they're stealing your tomorrows. Every dose you take increases your risk of memory loss, dementia, falls, and loss of independence. Japanese doctors have known this for years, and they're moving away from prescribing these medications to seniors altogether. You have safer options. Natural alternatives exist that can give you the relief you need without destroying your brain. But you have to take action. You have to be your own advocate. Don't wait until you've forgotten your grandchildren's names or can't remember what you did yesterday. Talk to your doctor this week. Start the tapering process. Explore the natural alternatives we discussed. And most importantly, protect your most precious asset, your mind. If this video opened your eyes to something you didn't know before, please share it with someone you love who might be taking these medications. Leave a comment below, telling us which natural alternative you're most excited to try. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss life-changing information like this. Your memory is irreplaceable, your independence is priceless, and your future is worth fighting for. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.